Okay, just start with your name again and spell it for me, please.
Okay. Paul Rieke, R-I-E-K-E.
And what would be your title?
I am Professor Emeritus at this point,
Okay.
retired 16 years ago.
Okay, in what department?
I was in crop and soil sciences. Now it's crop,
Soil,
let's see,
crop,
soil, microbial,
sciences.
and crop sciences.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about. Just go ahead and start talking what you were talking about before.
Okay. Well, Michigan State University has a long history in turfgrass research. It goes back to the 1880s and 1890s when Professor Beal actually brought in grasses and forbs from other parts of the world to see how they adapted under mowed conditions or grazed conditions if the sheep were doing the grazing. And so we think that was probably the earliest research, turfgrass research, that had been conducted in the United States. And then some research was picked back up in the 30s, and then in the 1960s, James Beard came as a graduate, in the 1960s, James Beard came as a new professor, and he raised the bar on turfgrass research in terms of the quality of research. And at that time then we had a lot of graduate students that came in, just a great team of graduate students and faculty, and built a strong reputation for turfgrass research here at Michigan State University. We have also had a long history of training graduate students and have quite a number of them that are out at other universities. We're very proud of them. They have become our competitors in some ways, but that's good. That's okay. We're proud about that. And of course, that's what's involved today in the research that's continuing through Ag Bio Research and the support of the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. Sorry.
All right.
In terms of the current project that's underway, I would say it goes back to, let's start again. There have been different ideas about how to build golf greens that drain well, and the U.S. Golf Association came up with guidelines with how to build them. As I traveled in extension during my career, one thing that I observed was that some people were not building them correctly. And we noted some drainage issues, for example. And so we embarked on a research project to consider the depth of the soil mix, the top mix in those greens. And it was supported by the U.S. Golf Association, by the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation, and of course Ag Bio Research. And our idea proved true, and we could just make that a little deeper in the lower parts of the profile, and the drainage was fine. Well, the current research then takes that a step further, where they're looking at some modifications, some improvements we think that can take place. So the work done by Dr. Rogers and by Thomas Green are building on research that follows others. In terms of, well, I've used that term before. It's clearly a great honor for me to have this scholarship in my name. It's a reflection of support that so many of our former students gave through the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. And so between the foundation and Ag Bio Research, this project then is being funded, and so they will pursue their ideas, and I'm sure that they will be successful.
Got a question for you. So Michigan State University's turfgrass program is one of the leaders worldwide. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, certainly MSU has a great reputation internationally as well as nationally, and it's based on two things. We go back to the research that has been conducted, and then also the training of the students, because we have had quite a number of international students, and they have gone back to their own countries and are working as professionals there, as well as professionals here in the U.S., many of whom have become distinct leaders in their profession. Leaders of the Golf Course Superintendents Association, for example, certainly within Michigan, the Michigan Golf Course Superintendents and other aspects of the turf industry. So one of the things we're really proud about is how our graduates are performing, how they are professionals, how they are providing leadership around the country and the world.
Talk for a minute about the importance of having a partnership between the Michigan Turfgrass Foundation and Michigan State University Turfgrass Program.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm happy to talk about the relationship that we have here at MSU with our Michigan Turfgrass Foundation. Without them, we would not have these facilities at the level, at the quality that we have. As we have had maybe people come in to interview for positions, experienced people, they have said, we wish we had this back at the institution where I work. So the Turf Foundation has been very instrumental in making that happen. And it's the hard work of a lot of people over a lot of years that brought this about and continue to support it. And without the partnership then that we have and that they have with the Ag Bio Research Office as well, we wouldn't be where we are. We would not have the opportunity to have the stature that we've attained.
Some people might not know that golf is big business in Michigan, isn't it?
Well, golf is a very big business. Not as big as it was a few years back when there were too many courses that were built. But certainly it's a huge business now. There's a lot of not only local play, but then people coming in on vacations and so on. So it's bringing dollars into the state, particularly in northern Michigan.
Now the research that's being done here, that can be applied to not only golf courses in Michigan, but all over the world, right?
Oh yes, this research can, the results of this research can be utilized anywhere they're building golf greens. And it's just people have to decide what kind of greens they want to build. And certainly with the technology we have available today, you can build these greens with very specific depths at specific points using GPS that was not available to us in the past. So a combination of the research and the technology is opening doors we didn't have before.
What puts a smile on your face knowing that Thomas is working in an area that's under your name? I mean, all your work that you've done, what puts a smile on your face to know that you've been able to impact turfgrass research?
Well, I guess what puts a smile on my face is that we had an idea and it proved true. We were able to document that, and now they are building on that, and to have a bright young student like Thomas now undertaking this. I've talked quite a bit with Thomas. I appreciate the dedication he has to the project, to his research, and I know he will make an excellent scientist for someone someday.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'm just so proud of this facility because we invested a lot of time back in the 80s, late 70s and early 80s, in building this facility with the support of the Turf Foundation and the Ag Experiment Station. and it's really one of the best there is in the whole world. So obviously, very proud of that.
Would you like to sing while we got you hooked up?
You don't want to hear me sing.
Okay. Think that's good?
Yeah, that's great.
Excellent.